Good morning, students. Today we will continue lesson 10 tables and forms in HTML. Already we have learned about the tables. Okay, how to use the tags of table like ts tag, td tag, okay, tr tag, how to use, and the attributes of the tables as well as the attributes of tr tag and ts tags we have already discussed and learned. Now we will study about the form. So what is the form? A form is a collection of fields of information on one page. Okay, it resembles a paper or database from where the user fill the required information. The various field of information may contain text boxes, radio button, drop down menu, checkbox, password box, and other elements. These elements are called form controls. Okay, so these text box, radio button, drop down menu, checkbox, password, and these are all called form controls. Okay, now next we have like a form field. Form field is a data entry field on a page. A user supply information in a field either by typing text, by selecting the value in the list predefined value. So you will understand what is the form field means. Like suppose you have login the like a gmail. When you are logging, so they have one, you are entering the one, like you are entering your email id, and the next box is for the entering the password, and the next box is for the sign in. So this type of, that is actually your form, because they are asking the data, they are taking the data, and they are given in the format. Okay, in that for we are filling the data. So that is your form. The simple HTML code contains two elements, form element and input element, nested within the form element. So form element and input element. So these two contains, okay, in the HTML simple code. These two are the very important. Setup area of web page for a form. So this form element, what is the use of this form element? Set up an area for the web pages. So it will be set up for the area, how much areas it will be. Now input element creates button, input boxes, checkbox. So this is these two things we are using, these two, input element and this is the form element and input element. Form element, it is used to set up the form. What will be the size of the form? Next, what are the required data that we will take? So that is the input, or that whatever the data that we will allow to input there. So that some boxes we will use, like input boxes, checks box, so that we will use. So this like form field, form element and input field. So there are two. This is the basic one. The simple code contains two elements. This is the two elements are there. Now next, how to create the forms, so that we will know. So to create the forms, so there we are using the tag. The tag name is form, and it, you have to close it because it is a container tag, it is on and off tag. So you have to close it. So there is a tag, form tag. To create the form, you have to use the form tag. So just you can see here. Now this form tag classified into three sections. Okay, what are the sections? Form header, input field and action button. Form tags, that is, it has been divided into three categories: form header, okay, input field and action button. So you can understand from here, this is the simple form. So this is the form header. So whatever it is written on the heading side, so this is the your form header, the heading of the your form. Got it? Now next, whatever the data is entered by the user. So whatever the data we are entering, okay, like name, first name, last name, email, male or female, so that will be asked. So this is your input field, so that you are inputting, that you are giving. Next is your action button. So that will be taken, means by the this form, this web pages, this web page form, what it will take the action. So there are two actions, like send or reset. So this is the action. So this your form is divided into three sections. First is header. Header means this is the, your, suppose you have created the one form. As you know, earlier you have studied before that, form have the two basic elements. What is the element? First element is the size of the web pages, and second element is that what is your input, means that is input element. Now input element, that is again you have divided, you can just understand by it is divided into three parts, or you can say this form is divided into three sections. First section is that the name of the form, that is your header. Okay, form header. Second is your input, whatever the input you are allowing to in inserting to fill that data. Next, action. So what action is to be required, means to send or to reset, to save. So that action, so it is divided into three categories. That is your form header, input field, and action button. To set a form, you need to specify two important attributes, which is the action and method. There are two attributes, which is a very important one, which is your action and method. So we will discuss more in the more about this action and method. Action, it normally specify page file that the form is submitted to. The value could either be URL to script or an email address defined mail to function. Mail to means we will send the mail to particular person, should receive from the information, that is the action. Method, it specify the form information should be posted to your URL, given action attribute possible value get and post. So this action and method you will understand later on, most with the example also. So you just simply you just know about this action and method. There are two attribute, we will discuss more about just after some time we will discuss it. Now this get and post, that is used in the method. What is the get? This default, this is the default value is used every sorry, it is used whenever you wish to email the form contents. Okay, next is your that post. You can make use of this value whenever you want to pass information to URL specified in the action attribute. So this get is the, what is the get? This is the default value, it is used whenever you wish to email the form content. Okay, next post, you can make the use of value whenever you want to pass the information to the URL. Okay, so this is the get and post. Get means you are getting, posting means when you are sending. That in the simple way you can understand. So like this is the one of the form. Okay, so this type of form you can generate by the help of the HTML coding. So that we will know one by one, we will study the tags and attributes, so you can design this type of a form also. So let's see this type of form, how to do it. Now first of all, that input elements, what are the elements for the input? Okay, input elements are like, input elements are the form element that can accept input from the user. The following are the sum of the input elements that can be added. So these are called the form controls. These are called the form control, like text box, check box, radio button, and password box. Okay, these four are called form control. What are this? These are text box, check box, radio button, and password box. These are called the form control. Okay, so these are the input you can see here. Beside the above mentioned control, we have other elements also in our form, which are buttons, drop down list, and text area. Okay, that four are the important main one, and these are the also buttons, drop down list, and text area. These all come under the your, these four are come under your, these four are come under the form control. Okay, text box, check box, radio button, password box. Next your buttons, drop down list, text area, that is called multiple line text input. Okay, now next this attributes we will know about this input tags. Okay, so what are the attributes for this input element? About this input element we will know about the some attribute which is used in the input element. Okay, so here is that, this is the input element. Okay, input element, now it's some attribute. Okay, So like this, you have the type, name, value, size, and max length. These are the attribute. This type is used to uh, what type of form to be added. Text is the default type of form input. Okay, the default type is your, which type of a text is your default one. It defines only one text, one line of text. Name, every control in the form must have name to identify it. Appears to be label in the form, it should be unique. Okay, this is for the naming. For the naming, value, it specify the initial value of the field. Next, size, initial value means whatever the default value you are giving for this form. Size, it specifies the width of the input field. Okay, whatever the width of this input field that you will specify. Max length, it specify the maximum number of character to be input, means the, like you have allowed only 70 character, so 70 character it will be inserted only. So this these are the tags, these are the attributes of the input tag. Okay, for this input tag, what are the attributes? The attributes type, name, value, size, and max length. Now adding a text box. Now first one, adding the text box. How you can add this text box? So for adding this text box, so you can use the, in the input tag you have to use the attribute type. You have to use the attribute, which attribute you have to use? Type. And which type it is? Text. You can just understand from here. Okay, so up to here you know. Form, okay, this tag we have used. Form, name, input. Okay, form, there is a name. So when you use this form, this form, it means the form is generated. This is your form, means that web page understand it is a form. Now name, so name will be here. Okay, input type, text. So whatever the place will be there, it will be understood that it is your text. Okay, and name, first name, got it. Size 20, so that will be inserted only 20 characters. Okay, then after password and input type, text name, first name. Okay, and there is the max length 30 and its value is given. So now form is closed. So here you can understand, so it is allowed only which type of text. So they will accept only text, and it's a size, and it's a allowance it is given. Okay, here actually this is the first name is there. Okay, so this, what is this first name? Name equals to first name is what? So this first name is the name of the input field, means this whatever the name you will enter, so that will be saved in the first name. Okay, so you can understand it here also. It is read one by one. This actually the use. Form, it specify the beginning of the form. Input type, it is a text. The value of text indicates that text input is the interface element. First name, first name is the name of the input of the field or box. Size 30. Okay, so that the width is provided. Max length means the maximum number of it is inserted value. So now next is the value. So this value is in the double inverted, it specify any default text in the field. In the above case, since you have not specified anything within the code, so the input field will be appear blank. So anything is not is there, so it means that will be blank. Means value you can also insert. Suppose you have written computer, so all the time the default value will be look there computer. Here you can, by default it will be look there computer. Okay, so once you will delete, then it will be again inserted. But it is a blank. This double inverted means it is a blank. So there is nothing is there, it will be shown. So in the input tag, so there it is the type, name, value, size, and max length. These attributes are used. Okay, now next we have adding checkbox. To how to add the checkbox? Okay, so to use the checkbox, so in the type you have to use the checkbox. A checkbox is a toggle switch where the user can select or deselect one or more than one item. Okay, so this is so in the type input section you can use the name checkbox. Okay, so here you can see type equals to checkbox. So when you will use the type equals to checkbox, so it will be this, the form will be like this. So you can like tick this, or you can select this one. So this is for the checkbox. Okay, now in this input section, if you will use the radio button, next we have the adding the radio button. Radio button are used the user to make the section uh, of only one among the several possibles, like male female genders you can do on off. So this type of here in this section you can use the radio. Okay, the type equals to radio. So when you use the radio, it means it will be like this, like you can select either male or female on or off. Got it? Now next we have, that is adding password. Okay, so adding password means that a password form control is similar to text field, except that whatever the user enter into the field does not get displayed instead. Okay, dot or asterisk. So what is the difference between the text field and this password field? In the text field, whatever you are entering, so that will be so like this ABCD in the text field. But in the case of this password, whatever you will enter, so that will be displayed in the dot or the star. It will be displayed, it will be not display this text. Okay, so for this, what is the attribute, what is the tag you have to use? The attribute you have to use type equals to password. In the type section you have to use the password. It indicates password is to be interface element. The name password, this will be saved in the name password. Okay, and the size 20, so this password will be saved in the word name. Got it? Now next, adding a drop down, this one drop down list. A drop down list is display a list of options which the user can select the item. This select tag is used to define the section list in a form. It should define with the form tag, the option tag attached to the this select tag. Okay, to display the list you can use the select attribute to with the option tag. In this indicate that the option pre-selected begin. A container tag select tag must be and with the select. Okay, so in this drop down menu we will use these two more kind of tags, which is select tag and option tag. Just see this example. So here this select and option tag, you will understand why it is used. So like here you can use in that this section. Okay, so this is HTML bodies there. P, select your right destination. Okay, this is your select the right destination. Then after select name. Okay, so here is that you have to use the tag which name is the select. Okay, and name cities. So the all the names come under the cities. Got it? So this select tag we are using. Okay, for this drop down what we have to use, we have to use the select tag. Okay, once you have used this select tag, in the select tag there is the, you have to put the option, means selection means you have giving the some options and you have to select anyone, either this one or this one. So you use the select tag and there is a name in the select tag, and it will be saved in the city. Now in the after this select tag you have to use the option tag. In the option tag you have to like you have to give the some option like Chandigarh, Kolkata, Delhi. So in this, whenever you will click on this drop down menu, so these options will be there. So these are the options which you have given here. So that these are the these options. Got it? And after finishing these options you have to close the select tag. Sorry, this select tag, sorry, this select tag you have to close it. Option tag is not needed to be closed, but this select tag you have to close. Then after the form, means that it means whenever you have to create the drop down menu, first of all inside form tag you have to use. Inside the form tag there you have to use whatever the you want to write, like a heading you want to give. Then after in the heading, whenever you have to create this kind of drop down menu, you have to use this tag select name cities. So this select tag once you will use, it means that you are making the drop down menu. And in the drop down menu, as many options you want to give, you can give. And then after you have to close it, because this select tag is the container tag, you have to off it, means it should have the on tag and off tag. Next we have, that is your adding buttons. Okay, so buttons you can add like submit button and reset button, because in three sections we have no. So already we have studied about the input section. Now last one, the action field. So about the action button like submit. Okay, so by clicking on that, that will be submitted. Reset, on clicking this button, the data in all field will be sent to the server. A series of name value pairs, okay, that will be sent. Submit means that will be sent. Okay, name beginning, the name is the element value whatever the users is entered. Okay, so this about these two. Reset button is used to clear the content, set default value all forms element to the original state and make them active. So let's see this one. So how to use this one? So here in this section you have to use like this: form name input, say action HTML, this particular will be get, method is get. Okay, so here it will be get. Now username input, type text user. Okay, now input type submit, input type submit you are using. Okay, so here is that, here this is actually input type is the submit. Whenever you use the input type submit means you are giving one, because two just now we have to study, just we have seen this submit and reset. So when once you will use the submit, so that is your in the send section. It is the reset, so that will be the reset. So input type you have to use either it is submit or reset. Got it? This is for this reset. And okay, so whatever the name you will write here, that will be displayed here. Okay, so this is for the input, this is for submit and reset. Now you can see next one, which is adding multiple line text field. Multiple line text field, in certain cases it is might be necessary to accept several lines of text from the users. In such cases you need to use text area. Okay, text area tag. It must include name attribute, and you can specify number of rows and column. With row and column attribute, finish the control. Okay, with the, you have to close this one text area and closing tag. Here you can see the dash, here is that col tag defines the attribute value for one or more column in one table. This column tag is this one col tag that defines attribute value for one or more column in a table. Here is text area 10. Okay, text area equals to 10, column is 60, name is remarks. Okay, so you can see, so how does it use? So here is some more tags is there, which is row and column. It defines the height of text. Call text, call defines the width of the area. Row, it defines the height, this is the rows, define the height of the text area. Column define the width of the text area. Okay, so here is some facts is there. This is the some fact. The frame attribute of table tag element specify which side of the frame surrounding table will be visible. So this is used for the which type of surrounding will be visible. The frame attribute, the frame, okay, this frame attribute, the table element specify which side of frame surrounding table will be visible. Okay, so here you can see this example, like this is a number of text, means multiple text. So here is it is used, there is the text area. Okay, so this is the inside the form, this is text area tag is used. It's a row is and column is given, and it is a remarks. Here it is a remarks, and here you can, and this remarks is actually here, and it will be stored in the name. Okay, the name is given remarks, and now because of this text area, this form is will be here. You can enter the number of line, and then after you have to close it. Okay, the field set element used to group different form control together. The field set element can contain a optional legend element to describe the different groups. Now lastly it is last one, application area for forms. Application area for form on www World Wide Web are forever evolving. Some typical area where they can be seen, like educational sites, where we are using this one, educational sites, online purchase orders. Okay, so why we are constructing this one, why we are generating this forms for this purpose, online purchasing orders. So these are the purpose where we are using this. Okay, these are the applications where we are using. Okay, so actually in this chapter we have studied about the tables, forms. Okay, in this chapter we have studied about the table and form. In the table, how to generate the table. So already we have know, in the table tag we have to use like ts tag, tr tag, okay, td tag. Okay, then after the attributes of that tags, then after we studied how to make the form. So for this we have to use the form tag. Then after, in the form tag there are three sections are there in this forms, that is that you have to follow. What are the three sections? That is your, first of all, that is your heading section, that is called the header. Okay, from form header, then after input field, then action buttons. So there are some buttons are there, some input like text box, check box, radio button, password box, buttons, drop down list, text areas. Okay, and there are some attributes are there again. Okay, in the input sections there are some attributes all. Okay, so you can practice these all programs, then you will understand better. Okay.